There's a beautiful image in front of me. I have 40 seconds to speak. I can see books, I can see newspaper, I can see blogs, I can see social media. I can also see blue color, I can also see orange color, I can also see green color. The image is about reading habits in the city of Winston by average hours per week. Sounds familiar? Have you used this type of templates in PT for describe image or any other question type? But there is a bad news for everyone who are using this template still now. There is a major rollout from Pearson's side on 4th of November who will be appearing PTE exam. So what is this update? Let's discuss in this video that how this is going to impact you for a person who is using this template. Hey, Brijesh here from Gurully. In this video, we are going to discuss what is the major announcement and the rollout from the Pearson's side on the 4th of November 2024 and how it is going to impact you if you are using this type of templates for describe image and Retell lecture. In the market, if you have noticed, all the institutes or all the YouTube channels which earlier used to give the templates, for example, which I have mentioned earlier, there's a beautiful image in front of me. Let me have a closer look. So these all templates have been banned from the Pearson side. If you have noticed, I can share a screen with you where Pearson has clearly mentioned if anyone using this type of templates or mentioning certain things regarding the image or just mentioning the keywords from the image will attract 0 mark in content. So what will happen if your content mark is 0? For example, if you're just mentioning all the keywords and not highlighting the key areas or drawing any conclusion regarding the image, so this will provide you 0 marks in content. So what will happen if your content mark is 0? So if your content mark is 0, your oral fluency and pronunciation mark will automatically be 0. Your question will not be scored from the AI part. So make sure you are not using any memorized response or template sentence. As I mentioned earlier, the beautiful image in front of me. Because in the Pearson update, they have clearly mentioned using such type of word or a template will give you marks 0 in content. So make sure you are not using such words. See, there is a standard way of giving the answer for the describe image. Pearson itself has given a mandatory guidelines in which answer should be given for the describe image. For example, the describe image should consist of the introduction part, the main point, any additional information which is given in the image, and the conclusion part. So a standard describe image which will give you full marks should comprise of all the points which I have mentioned. If you are following this templates or this guidelines which has been given by the Pearson, you don't have to worry. For example, from the day one, Gurully is imposing and highlighting these things. If you have noticed on our templates, we are clearly mentioning that the standard describe image answer should comprise all this list which are mentioned in the Pearson guidelines. So for example, just go through the Gurully's templates. We have mentioned that your standard describe image should start with the introduction. For example, in the earlier image, it was regarding the books and the title of any image will be given in the image itself on the top of the image or in the bottom of the image. So you should start with that particular title and then form your response in a way that it is natural. Second is the key highlight point. For example, in this we have noticed that it was regarding the social media, it was regarding the books. So make sure the maximum numbers which has been mentioned in the graph should be highlighted first, and after that you can highlight the point which are lower in the number. So this will included in the points of main points which as per the guidelines of Pearson. After that, what you need to do is you have to draw a conclusion from the image itself. You don't have to draw a conclusion from your side. For example, overall books are the most important popular reading formats across all the groups, followed by the social media, while newspaper and blogs are the least popular. So if you have noticed, the conclusion draws the maximum and the minimum, the popular readings and the least popular readings. So you have to draw the conclusion from the image itself. You don't have to draw conclusion from your side. So make sure you are following this response format as per the Pearson guidelines. So you might feel that how you are going to achieve this, right? Earlier, it was easy for you to memorize such type of templates. Now, what will happen? You need to give time to adjust this to this type of templates. So daily you have to practice in a way that you are following this format. All right. So if you want, you can go to the Gurully platform as well. We have mentioned all the key criteria, rules which have been given by the Pearson, and how you can follow this to achieve the maximum score in the described image. We'll also be sharing the detailed video regarding the scoring guidelines about the described image as well. So make sure you can visit the gurully.com and check out those rules, criterias, and I'll also mention the list of the guidelines which have been mentioned by the Pearson and the link for the same in the description box. Now let's see how you can perform this described image as per the Pearson guidelines. So this is the bar graph, right? So as per the Pearson guidelines, you should mention what the graph is about. So we'll start how you can perform this particular question. The bar graph represents the reading habits in the Winston, showing the weekly time spent on social media, books, newspaper and blogs by the students, working professional and retired adults. Books are the most popular among retired adults with 8 hours per week and least popular among students with 3 hours. Social media is the most read by students at 7 hours per week and at least read by working professional at 2 hours. Blogs and newspaper are read for about 1 to 2 hours per week across all the groups. The most significant feature is that books are the most popular reading materials across all the 3 groups, followed by social media, blogs and newspaper are less commonly read. Have you noticed? Starting from the introduction part, mentioning the key points, highlighting the highest and the lowest, whatever the category it is, and drawing a conclusion from the image itself. So your answer should be in a way that it includes all the introduction, key features and the most significant features and the conclusion of the image. Also, one additional point which you need to make sure you are following is you are speaking at least for 30 to 35 seconds. If you are speaking less than that, it is highly chance that you are going to get less mark for the described image. Because in the guidelines, they have clearly mentioned if you are speaking just for 20 to 25 seconds, it is not enough for them to judge your content, by which they can judge your fluency and the pronunciation part. So make sure you are speaking for at least 35 seconds. Alright, not if you are not able to speak for 40 seconds, it's alright, but make sure it should be between 30 to 35 seconds. So if you require further practice, you can visit gurully.com. It is completely free. You can register yourself over there. You can practice described image as per the guidelines which is given by Gurully and the Pearson, which is similar. Alright, if you require further information, you can comment down on this video. We'll happy to help you out. Also, there is one more important update which is rolled out from the Pearson side regarding the evaluation part. They are claiming they are using 100% AI till now. Yes, that is true. They are using AI to evaluate all your results. But starting from 4th of November, they'll also use one extra parameter to evaluate your result through human. For example, if AI feels that the answer is being used by the templates, or you have by-hearted some answers and just randomly speaking out some keywords from the image, AI will highlight those results and will pass on to human to just check it out whether the answers which has been given by the students is in a way that has been spoken in a natural manner. So make sure you are using the natural templates which we have discussed earlier and following all the rules and the guidelines which has been mentioned by the Pearson. So this is the major update. You should watch out and you are definitely going to see drastic change in the results of the students who are using the templates which have been banned from the Pearson side. The second major update is on the Retell lecture question. So in the Retell lecture, they have clearly mentioned that you cannot use just keywords from the lectures and not providing the proper response. For example, just using the memorized templates and adding random keywords which you have memorized from the audios. Alright, so what should happen? You should take down the important points from the lecture, you should form a sentence, add them in a proper structure, and then provide a proper response to the Retell lecture. Alright, so apart from that, they have also mentioned that just adding random keywords or the fillers from the audios will not give you any marks or content marks in the question. Alright, so make sure you are using a proper format. If you want, you can check it out, this format which has been given by the Gurully, where we are clearly mentioning that highlight the first key important point from the lecture, add the additional point by forming the more complex or compound sentence from the lecture, and give the answer in a way which feels that it is natural and more convenient and easy to understand from the AI perspective. Alright, that's it. These were the major updates rolled out from the Pearson side after 4th of November 2024. If you feel you require a detailed video on describe image and Retell lecture, please comment down. We'll be happy to create a video on this particular question type. Do not forget to like, share or subscribe to our channel for more content about this. Until then, stay safe and happy learning.